FM will not only give you news at the speed of nanosecond, but will also break it down with up-to-date analysis, informed opinions, and distinct professionalism. That's why you love us. At about 88.9 FM, your go-to station.
It's 3 o'clock. Good afternoon, I'm Michael Akintunde with Thadaba News at 3 in the news. Court adjourns Obi'S petition against Tinubu to Friday. Resident doctors dare federal government begin warning strike. Police nab 5 suspects in Plateau.
This is the news.
President Muhammadu Buhari is presiding over another session of Federal Executive Council meeting at the State House in Abuja, the second for this week. Fresh from his recent 2-week trip to London, the President is leading other Council members to deliberate on new and outstanding memoranda from various government ministries, departments, and agencies. It was gathered that at least 60 memoranda will be considered as the regime winds down in less than 2 weeks. The meeting, which began around 10 a.m., serves as a precursor to the forthcoming valedictory session for cabinet members next Wednesday. And barely 3 days after returning from a medical trip in London, the United Kingdom, President Muhammadu Buhari will on Friday, May the 19th, inaugurate the presidential VIP wing of the State House Medical Center in Abuja. A statement signed by the State House Director of Information, Abiodun Oladunjoye, informs that President Buhari, accompanied by the Permanent Secretary of the State House, Tijani Umar, will embark on a guided tour of the hospital. Report indicates that the legacy project situated within the premises of the presidential villa had its groundbreaking ceremony conducted by the Chief of Staff to the President, Professor Ibrahim Gambari, on November the 1st, 2021. And the Presidential Election Petition Court has adjourned to Friday, May the 19th, 2023, the pre-hearing of the petition against the President-elect Bola Tinubu by the Labour Party and its presidential candidate, Peter Obi. The court, headed by Justice Aruna Samani, fixed the date following the failure of parties in the petition to agree on documents, among other reasons. The tribunal had last week adjourned the pre-hearing session on Obi and the Labour Party's petition till May 17 at the instance of the petitioners. On Wednesday, the justices arrived to commence the day's proceedings and also refused to acknowledge the representation of the party aside from Obi. However, a mild drama ensued between the two camps of the Labour Party on which group should be in court. The tribunal refused to take an appearance for the Labour Party as acting national chairman of the party, Lamidi Apapa, as well as the national women's leader of the party, Dudu Mangnugu, tried to make an appearance for Labour Party when the petition was called. Justice Aruna Samani noted that if two persons are making an appearance for the party, they will not be put on record. Insecurity rate in Osun State is becoming alarming and source of concern to residents of the state. Recently, the state has been witnessing a series of security challenges, such as robbery, kidnapping, ritual killings, among others. In this special report, correspondent to Lulogwe Fale spoke with some security experts on how to curb the menace and security tips residents need to put in place to ensure safety.
Osun State is known to be one of the most peaceful and secured states in the country, but in the recent time, reverse is the case. Heinous crimes such as kidnapping, robbery, ritual killings have become the order of the day in the state. Recently, a couple were kidnapped in Iragbiji in Borikwe local government area of the state. Not quite long, 3 persons were abducted at a farm settlement in Iwo, and also 4 travelers were kidnapped along Oshogbo Ikirun Road, just to mention a few. But the Osun State Police Command said they have been able to rescue some of the victims. In an interview with a security expert, Akin Adeyi, he noted that government needs to deal with fundamental issues that lead people to violence and violent acts.
In any case, don't forget that Osun is just transiting into another government, from one government to another. By that, there is every likelihood that we have observed the security threats. Why? Because, it is common to politicians to have a kind of romance with hoodlums because of their electionary campaigns. And the same people, whenever they see that the candidate they were supporting as a coach to victory, tends to go into excesses. When they believe that, okay, we are the one in power now, then they go into revenge, they go into all these various things. In the first place, let the politicians go about their campaigns, activities, without necessarily having recourse to the use of these elements. It has its implication, and the implication is that we end up troubling the same government that used them to climb the ladder.
Also speaking, another security expert, Mayowa Oluwatosin, emphasized on the need for people to be conscious of security issues within their immediate environment, urging them to always alert security agencies anytime they suspect criminal activities within their environment.
The level of insecurity in this country is a source of concern to everybody. So, and it is a collective responsibility for us to resolve this.
A resident, Biodun Babalola, said government at all levels must put necessary measures in place in ensuring that kidnapping and other social menaces are completely eradicated in the state.
The level of insecurity in Osun State is disheartening, considering the level the guys have been operating, especially in this recent time. It is worrisome because this is a state that has been ranked among the best secure states in the past. Why now?
Although the governor of the state, Senator Ademola Adeleke, recently had an emergency security meeting with relevant stakeholders to discuss the way forward. Tolulope Faleye, Adaba FM News, Oshogbo.
You're listening to the news at 3 on 88.9 FM Akure, transmitting from Ilaramokin. After the break, find out how 5 suspects were arrested in Plateau. Stay with us. We'll show
Araba 88.9 FM online platforms at Araba FM TV on YouTube, Araba 88.9 FM on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. With an audience of over 60,000 people across all our social media platforms and a reach of over 315,000 overall. Call these numbers today to push your market before that audience. Kadzim on 080-30414344 or Hazan on 080-650-77920 or Feyi on 0814-138-8719 or Temi on 080-66766-944.
News on Adaba 88.9 FM.
Glad to know you're still there for news update and live streaming. Visit our website www.adaba889.fm or download Adaba FM app on Google Play Store. You can be part of us on our social media platforms www.facebook.com/AdabFM80.9 on Facebook, at Adaba889FM on Instagram, and Adaba FM TV on YouTube. You can provide us information via email newsroom@adaba889.fm. Today is World Hypertension Day. World Hypertension Day is observed every May 17th in order to raise awareness and promote hypertension prevention, detection, and control. More than 1 billion people around the world live with hypertension, high blood pressure, which is a major cause of cardiovascular disease and premature death worldwide. The burden of hypertension is felt disproportionately in low and middle income countries, where 2/3 of cases are found, largely due to increased risk factors in those populations in recent decades. Around half of people living with hypertension are unaware of their condition, putting them at risk of avoidable medical complications and death. To achieve the global target to reduce the prevalence of hypertension by 25% by 2025, WHO and the United States Center for Disease Control and Prevention launched Global Heart Initiative in 2016. This year's theme for these important worldwide activities: measure your blood pressure accurately, control it, live longer, focusing on combating low awareness rates worldwide, especially in low to middle income areas, and accurate blood pressure measurement methods. The Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors (NARD) has tackled the federal government for tagging its 5-day warning strike as illegal. The strike commenced at 8 a.m. today, May the 17th, and would end May 22 on Monday. NARD National President Emeka Oji asked the federal government to point out the parts of the law that makes the strike illegal. He spoke to newsmen in Lagos.
Our National Executive Council has given us a mandate to proceed on a warning strike. If they say warning strike is illegal, let them prove it to us. We want to see the part of the law that says that warning strike is illegal. And then we fulfilled all the provisions we needed to fulfill before we embark on a strike. And I want to repeat, okay, do they want us to go on an indefinite strike instead? I don't believe I don't believe there is any law that says that a warning strike is illegal.
Oji indicated that the association had satisfied all the provisions before embarking on a strike, adding that the National Executive Council has given the association the mandate to proceed on a warning strike. The United States of America said that none of its citizens was affected in the Tuesday Anambra attack on its consulate staff convoy. It was reported that 4 staff members of the United States Embassy in Nigeria were shot dead in the Ogbaro local government area of Anambra State following an attack on their vehicle on Tuesday. It was gathered that the convoy of embassy officials were on a humanitarian mission in the state and came under fire while they were passing through the area. This was disclosed by the U.S. National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby. The police public relations officer in Anambra State, Beshuku Ikenga, in a statement also reveals that no citizen of the U.S. was in the convoy. And security operatives of the Operation Safe Haven have arrested 5 suspects in connection with the attack on Bwali in Mangu local government area of Plateau State. The police public relations officer of the command, DSP Alfred Labo, disclosed this in a statement today in Jos. He said that the police also recovered an AK-47 rifle, a revolver pistol, and cartridge from the suspects. Following the attacks in some villages and adjoining areas of Mango, police personnel and troops of the OPSH, led by the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Emmanuel Ado, were mobilized to the area. He explained armed security presence has been deployed to the area to forestall any further breakdown of law and order. And Adjourns Flying Eagles yesterday night held Colombia to a 3-0 draw in the final warm-up game to the 2023 FIFA Under-20 World Cup. Colombia increased their chances 9 minutes after they had gone behind on 20 minutes with Ebe Ogoche conceding an own goal. Flying Eagles, Jude Sunday came through for the Nigerian team barely 6 minutes before the halftime. However, Ladan Bosso's side retained a 2-goal lead immediately after restarting the game, with Yasser Asprilla finding the net while Mohamed Beji of the Flying Eagles scored in the 65th minute. Nigeria was able to equalize the match through Emmanuel May's goal. The Flying Eagles will therefore face Dominican Republic, Brazil and Italy in the group stage of the competition. To end Adaba News at 3, a recap of our top stories. The Presidential Election Petition Court has adjourned to Friday, May the 19th, 2023, the pre-hearing of the petition against the President-elect Bola Tinubu by the Labour Party and its presidential candidate, Peter Obi. Nigerian Association of Resident Doctors has tackled the federal government for tagging its 5-day warning strike as illegal. It commenced the strike today and would end on Monday, May the 22nd. And security operatives of the Operation Safe Haven have arrested 5 suspects in connection with the attack on Bwai and Mango local government area of Plateau State. And that's Adaba News at 3. Editor Adiola Adekunle and Michael Akintunde. Good afternoon.